A fridge works by creating a temperature difference, but how does it actually work? Most fridges use a compressor to create a temperature difference, where a coolant enters a cylinder as a gas. The gas gets compressed, which in turn heats it up. But why is that? Think of it this way. Before the compression, the gas occupied the whole cylinder at 5 degrees Celsius. After the compression, half of the cylinder is almost heatless because no vapor occupies the space anymore. Since energy cannot be destroyed, more heat has to be in the other half of the cylinder where it got compressed. This high pressure, high temperature gas leaves the cylinder and radiates the heat to the surrounding area. Another important thing that happens during that heat exchange is the condensation from the coolant gas into a liquid. Why does this happen? Here's a general phase diagram, which tells us when a molecule will change phases. When the high pressure, high temperature gas cools down, it will condense into a liquid. This process releases a lot of heat again, called latent heat. Why is that? It's like sweating in reverse. Sweat evaporates and cools you. Vapor condenses and warms the air. So when the coolant condenses from a gas to a liquid, a lot of heat gets released again, which radiates to the surrounding area. Next, the coolant comes to an evaporation valve. Here, a small amount of liquid gets through to a lower pressure area. Two important things happen at this point. 1. Due to the lower pressure on the other side, the liquid turns into a gas again. This will cool the surrounding area down, just like the sweat evaporating from your skin. Second, the coolant additionally decreases in temperature due to the pressure drop from a higher pressure to a lower pressure area. Essentially the direct opposite effect of the compressor. The phase shift and the drop in pressure cool the coolant by 50 degrees, dropping the temperature inside the fridge. A sensing bulb can increase the amount of coolant running through the evaporation valve by detecting a higher temperature in the end of the cooling loop. This adds pressure on the evaporation valve, pushing it further down, allowing more coolant through. When the coolant gets colder again, this effect reverses, letting less through again. The coolant then gets funneled back to the compressor as a low pressure, medium temperature gas, and the cycle starts again. And that's how your fridge works.